The world is moving fast, trying to keep up. Can't catch my breath, I can't catch my breath. The space in between what you do and what I need, it drives me wild, it drives me wild. Can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now, can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now. You and me right now. You and me right now. You and me right now.
What's up, y'all? I'm Russell Taylor. I'm chilling here in LA, fresh off the show Hotel Cafe, and I am chilling with Theorematic. Check me out, hear my story.
When everything is new and I am here with you, I can't slow down, no, I won't slow down.
Okay, well, there are many start points, but I was really young when I knew that I was supposed to be on stage. I knew that people paid attention to me, and when I was a kid, it was a problem because I couldn't distinguish between like the good attention and the bad attention because I was always getting in trouble when I was in school. But I knew people paid attention. So that's when I decided, I knew I was supposed to be a performer. And music, I was in college. I was singing with an a cappella group, and it was my last year. And that last semester of my senior year, I had to sit out because I was a double major, so I couldn't really perform with the a cappella group. And when they went to perform my song that I sang lead on, the crowd, and it was this annual thing at the end of every school year, the crowd was like chanting for me to get up and sing my parts. And it was like at that moment where like the kid in me that knew that I was supposed to be a performer clicked with the future musician in me that knew that music was part of my calling. It's part of my performance calling. So that was a 2 points. And now I'm here doing music.
City lights, see how they run off to work.
It was my first big pop was with the VH1 thing. My first big pop, so consistently, first record I put out, there was, I went through a production development deal with the label, and then it didn't work out. So then somewhere in between, I linked up with another artist named Eric Roberson, who was indie and really doing big things, still doing big things. And he convinced me to put my first record out myself, right? So I put out Somewhere in Between, and I was able to tour all over the world. My record, and the hard copy record was everywhere, in Australia and throughout Asia, throughout the UK and northern parts of Europe. So it was, I started this ignorant and blind, but grinding and building a base on my own by, with the umbrella of I'm a independent artist and this is what I have. And this is all I have, and this is what I want to give to you. And for me, writing for other artists and producing and being in with other producers while this was happening, singing backgrounds in the studio for sessions, that stuff, it helped build relationships, but it didn't put me anywhere. It was just more people would say, oh, I know that cat. He works hard. He's good. He can sing. He's a great writer. But it never pushed me any further. It wasn't like there was my hard work, grinding, performing in every city, and then there was, the first big cosign of the major network of VH1. Then people started to pay attention to me, and from a different perspective.
Close the door. I did.
So then when VH1 found out about the War of Hearts, then they used it as a song for one of their television shows. And then the opportunity with the You Ought to Know came about, and then It was the first crowdsourced, like fan voter, you ought to know. And then I had that opportunity, and then more sync, meaning like other TV shows using the songs from the record. Definitely helped me out and expanded my audience, particularly as an independent artist. I don't have the big budgets yet, knock on wood. I don't have the big budgets to, compete for radio slots. So when you have an avenue like VH1 Soul, Centric, Vivo that are playing your videos, that's my way of getting my sounds to the masses without radio. Without my videos and also with the syncs, without those things, there'd be so many people and there's still a crap load of people that don't know who I am. I'm okay with that. I got a lot of work to do. But the people that do know about me and about this project, World of Hearts, they wouldn't know if it wasn't for the syncs and stuff. And I think as an independent artist, it's important to concentrate on not just what you don't have, but what you do have and how to make it work for you.
People come and they go. It kills me real slow.
Okay, so the War of Hearts record, this is my third record, and I took some time off between the second one and this one. India.Arie had said one time, like when she took a couple years off, that she needed to live life to have something to write about. And as an independent artist, I can't say, maybe it's for all artists, it's difficult to separate your life, like life and artist life, like it's all intertwined. But if you don't, but artist life is also work. So if you don't kind of separate and pull apart, sometimes you get burnt out. And I was approaching being burnt out. But in that time, I traveled immensely. I met a lot of people. I grew musically, and started being clear about what I wanted my records to sound like, and what I wanted to say, how I wanted to say it. And so in that regard, War of Hearts is a true representation, is the truest representation of who I was at that time and who I am now, creating the record. The first song, the title track, War of Hearts, it was so fast. It was inspired by Scandal. We started to write the song after the first season of Scandal, and the relationship. I'm a Cancerian. I'm into astrology, and I'm a bleeding heart. I'm such a softy. So anything related to emotions, it hits me hard. So I've tried to put that in the music, and the relationship between the two lead characters in Scandal translated for the song War of Hearts, and then the whole rest of the record was kind of built around the sound and the energy from that title track. I'm very proud of the CD because I took my time, I invested all of myself into it, and I know what it feels like now to have a piece of work that you're 100% proud of. It's not perfect, but shit, nothing's perfect, but I am very proud of it.